Hello, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Dragons in Modern. We're practicing our Boros Sarkhan the Masterless deck / Gideon Tribal, where we are looking to leverage our Planeswalkers, specifically Gideons, into managing the board state with them long enough to stick a Sarkhan the Masterless and swing over with a bunch of 4/4 flyers. Along the way, we'll have an aggressive enough start to lower our opponent's life total. Looks like our Ragavan might, oh no, Monastery Swift Spear, still, that's okay, we have the Lightning Bolt for that. Looks like we might be playing against some form of burn. Got another Ragavan. So I think we're going to go Bolt, the Swift Spear, attack with the Ragavan and see what we get. Just an Arid Mesa. So we could have gone for the Elegant Parlor there and used a treasure token to cast a Gideon, but now we can get this Karn Sign of Urza out on turn 3, which will put a pressure on our opponent or draw some cards depending on what we're up against, which looks to be Naya. Yep, Lightning Helix. We played Lightning Helix in our other version, our first versions of this deck. Could go ahead and get in another hit with the Ragavan. Put him down to 11. Get another treasure token and then cast this Karn and make it really big. So let's do this the right way. I almost clicked through combat, which would have priced us into casting the Karn this turn. And they scoop it up. They're probably going to scoop the match if I had to guess. It's such an early scoop. Maybe I should scoop the match. Maybe they just had nothing. We have the Solitudes. We can bring Blacksmith's skill. Seems like it could be pretty good. We probably don't need a Pithy Needle or a Relic. Go down a single Kithian maybe. Yeah, we're in the free play. I mean, we're just practicing. So our opponent's probably hoping to goldfish into whatever their best hand is and just beat us by turn 4 or 5. And if they're playing a burn aggressive strategy, I can see why. Alright, we're going to keep this. We're going to use our first turn to Elegant Parlor. Second turn, have this Blacksmith skill up and play either probably Esper Sentinel to start drawing more cards. Anyway, our opponent probably knows the limits of their deck, but they still had 5 cards in hand. And we were only hitting, it wasn't like we were going out of control with anything. We were dashing the Ragavan and hit for 4. But that's the opponent's prerogative, particularly in this type of matchup where you're in. Urza Saga's good. And then this type of matchup when it's a free play area. Do we want another plains? 1, 2, 3. I mean, oh man, no, we're gonna put it in the graveyard. Discard. Oh, we have to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do we have to discard? Oh, because we drew a land. We'll discard a land, which it may come back to haunt us. Probably should have left the land on top, having to discard a land. I'm really dumb. Okay, so that was haven't played burn in a while. We should have left the land on top because we would have drawn it with the Goblin Guide. We would have then discarded a land. So that was all around just a multiple misplays, I would say. Rift Bolt. Okay. multiple misplays on our part. I mean, certainly not, I wouldn't call them straight up punts. They may not cost us the game, but they're definitely not playing optimally, I would say. See if they target us or the Esper Sentinel. So then we'll go ahead and pay. Planes. Probably should have let the Esper Sentinel thing draw us a card first. See if they want to spin some cards, killing it. They have 2 cards in hand. It looks to be no. So the Gideon of the trials is great at stopping creature attacks like this Goblin Guide, but it isn't great at stopping the actual burn. Another Goblin Guide. Another Gideon of the trials. Yeah, we're going to be regretting already that leaving the land on top. I can't talk. I'm having a really hard time today. It's been a few weeks. I've been not recording as many games as I used to. I've gotten busier, but yeah, it's been. We're going to regret milling that land and not playing it correctly, I think. So we can run out a Ragavan, and we can run out a Gideon, which I think is what we're going to, and then we can, I just don't even know. See what we draw, I guess. And depending on what our opponent is going to do, we can, if they decide to kill our creatures, that empties their hand of burn spells and leaves us with the ability to play this Gideon or put up a construct for blocking. So we'll block, double block perhaps, if that's what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to bolt us or one of our creatures. Okay, draw a card. That's the land we needed. They're down to 2 cards in hand. We're at 12. So 12 is not a lot against burn. And we're going to end up taking Searing Blaze. 1 damage to target player or planeswalker and 1 damage, and then it's 3 to us. Yep, it's pretty good. We draw the Sarkhan the Masterless, which is not really our best draw. So now they're down to 1 card and we're at 11. Let's see what we draw. Gideon. We're drawing so many cards off of this, but then we go to 7. We don't really have a lot of way of gaining life. I think we're going to go ahead and throw this in front. Go to 9. See if we can't cobble together something here. Nerf one of those guys. So we're ostensibly at 7, and then a lightning bolt puts us to 4, and then whatever they draw. We don't have any. We have the Shadow Spear that we can get next turn, and then swing in for 5 lifelink. That might be enough. We're at 4. 4 is not dead. So we can, if we do the Shadow Spear, we get a construct, and we can play another Urza Saga. I think we can do this. We could also just make an emblem. So we're going to go back up to 9. We're going to have the construct. We can have a blocker. And if we manage this correctly, I think we can get there. So we'll chump block 1. Opponent's just hoping to, I don't know what they're doing. They're going to attack with both. See if they draw us into anything. Nope. Just the 1, I guess. Nope. Maybe both. You're in a tough spot, opponent, with this lifelink, gaining 5 a turn and putting a clock on you. The problem with this equipment is we have to equip it each turn to the Gideon. So I guess what we could do, since we're only taking 4, well, they'll probably just kill it. They'll kill the construct in response. I didn't see what we were going to draw. Blacksmith skill. That's a good one. Go ahead and trade. I think we're going to win this race if we can just play it right. Go to 7. 3 damage puts us to 4. And opponent scoops it up. They see the writing on the wall. We were going to make a construct, equip, attack for 5, hit them to 7, be up to 9, and they have no way of catching back up against that. We have plenty of action in our hand. So yeah, I mean, burn, it can be scary. I think they scooped early in game 1. And then game 2, we just were able to race them. They had Rift Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Searing Blaze, Skewer the Critics, Goblin Gut.
This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons and Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.